Is lawn care oversaturated? I actually wouldn't say so. I know on paper it looks like there's a lot. It looks like there's a lot of lawn care guys, but a lot of guys don't even have a full route themselves. That's what you got to understand. A lot of these guys are mowing like 30 yards. So literally sit there and count up a neighborhood. If I actually have some counts of neighborhoods. There's some neighborhoods with like 500 yards, and in my area we may have like 15 lawn care guys, and this is just in one neighborhood with 500 yards, and I only know three of them out of those 15 lawn care guys who even have a second route. So literally, it's like almost all of it gets consolidated into neighborhoods, and you would be surprised on how little people actually do mow. That's the funny thing. So I think people need to stop worrying about literally, oh, there's too many guys. There's not too many guys, I'll tell you that much. There's people who call me saying they literally can't find a lawn care guy. They call everyone and no one answers, or literally no one has space on their schedule, and we're the last person with space on our schedule. I tell them we always have space on our schedule because we're trying to grow. I don't understand that. But what it does, it shows. Like, if they can't, this is the thing. The reason it feels saturated for you is because you are not marketing. That's the only reason it feels saturated. You're sitting there relying on word of mouth to grow your business. No shit, it's going to feel saturated. You're not going to be growing fast, and you're not going to be getting a lot of customers, right? If you were to be out there marketing, and if you had a Google profile that you were gaining reviews, you would find out very fast that it's not that saturated, and you're getting a crazy amount of lead flow just from having a Google page that you're constantly updating the pictures and getting new reviews. It's a key thing to get new reviews on Google, because it like boosts you in the algorithm for a split second, and during that time you get people contacting you. And then also to just actually do marketing. If you're passing out door hangers, trust me, you're never going to feel like it's saturated, because you're always going to be getting customers, literally weekly. There's times when I'm counting up customers, I'm doing 2 to 5 customers a week, new customers every single week. That's during door hanger runs. That's just how it feels, right? So during those times, you never feel like customers are like the lawn care industry saturated. You're like, I can't believe no one else is doing this. You know what I mean? It's like literally I'm the only one going to get customers. Everyone else is just chilling, just waiting. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. Their ass is still solo. I'm not waiting. I'm trying to grow a business. Now, if you're trying to stay solo, it doesn't matter. But this is not a message for people who are trying to stay solo. This is a message for, people trying to grow a lawn care business. Being solo, working by yourself is not a lawn care business. That's a job. You just have a self-employed job. Nothing against that. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that is not a business. For people wanting to grow a lawn care business, you can't use the same rules as someone who just wants to be self-employed. It's completely different. If you want to be self-employed, the first thing you should do is speed run, low prices, raise your prices, and literally just harvest on the top. Right there at like 60 yards a week. And just sit there and raise your prices as high as they can go. If you're trying to have a lawn care business, you sit there with low prices, build a route immediately, raise your prices slightly to the point where you have to look at your close ratio now. If you're trying to build a business, you do not want to drop below 60% close ratio, and then bam. If you have above a 60% close ratio and you're still able to grow, whatever price you can be at to have a 60% close ratio, that's the price you run with. There's just a different business. So you can't maximize prices as much as you could solo, because it's really going to slow you down. But for solo, that's the point. It doesn't really matter. That's why I said there's nothing against solo. You'll reap fucking cash doing it solo if you use it like that. But I wouldn't say that's a lawn care business. I would say you're self-employed, right? It's completely different. Business, self-employed is not the same thing. But literally just start marketing, and you'll figure out it's not saturated at all. And that thought process is all bullshit. And just start marketing, because if you're asking that question, I know you're not marketing heavy. Market heavy, and you'll see that it's not saturated.